Welcome back to the kitchen at Andersen Acres. Tonight we are going to make a cookie that's a lot of fun and easier than you think. We are going to make cookie sandwiches. These cookies have a delicate caramel flavor. Now you're only going to use butter for the filling. In the actual cookie you can use margarine if you like, but I'm using butter. But you can use margarine. I would suggest butter, but in a pinch you can use margarine. Just remember that in the filling, you can only use butter. So let's get started. First, we have to make the cookie before we can make the filling. So you're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees, and you're going to take half a cup of butter. You can either use your hand mixer, your stand mixer, use a fork or your hands, it doesn't matter. Add to that half a cup of brown sugar, firmly packed, and just kind of smash that together for a minute. You don't have to cream this. This isn't that big a deal. Okay? You can cream it. It won't matter to the finished product. Add 1 egg. I'm using a duck egg. I love duck eggs. They're perfect. But you can use chicken egg. But if you have duck eggs for your baking, I would recommend it. So that doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to get your hands dirty in a minute. 1 cup of flour. That was a little messy. We are not going to add any kind of baking powder or baking soda or anything like that. We are going to not have any of that because we don't want this rising. Okay, we don't want it rising. We just want it to stay. Save your fork. We're going to need it in a minute. I like to get my hands right in there. Really, when it comes to cookie dough, I prefer to get my hands dirty, because you can really feel when the dough is perfect. One of the biggest downfalls of making cookie dough is overmixing. And we don't want to overmix. So get your cookie dough worked until it forms a decent ball. You'll know when it's done. We're going to keep mixing till it's done. It only takes a couple minutes. I know that it makes your hands sticky and ew, but it's not a big deal, right? If you're going to bake, you're going to get your hands dirty. It's okay. You might want to roll up your sleeves further than I did, man. I didn't roll up my sleeves very much at all. That was annoying. But this only takes a minute, I promise. You could do it a little faster with an electric mixer, but to be honest, I grab it with my hands anyway at the end, just because I prefer a dough that has been mixed by hand. It always take a minute to get the excess dough off your hands so you can incorporate it into the actual dough. There we go. There we go. There we go. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. Always scrape down the sides of your bowl, no matter what you're making. There you go. There you go. And it'll feel a little bit sticky, but not super sticky. Okay? It'll have a little to it, a little stick to it. Not a ton. Just a little bit of stick. Okay? Just a little bit of stick. And I dropped some dough. Fix that. There we go. All right, now we have our pan and our cookie dough. I'm going to stick this in the fridge for 1 hour. It makes this dough easier to handle. Okay, so pop your dough in the fridge, and then we'll come back in 1 hour and shape our cookies. Just make sure you have everything. You're going to want your dough, your pan, and something to shape your cookies. I'm using my handy dandy cookie scoop. So make sure you have those 3 things. Pop this dough in the fridge for half hour, 45 minutes, maybe up to an hour. It doesn't need long. We'll come back as soon as it's chilled. All right, the dough is chilled. It's not sticky now. You can pick it up in your hands and it's not all sticky and made of goo. So we're going to use a teaspoon of dough at a time. Okay, take your teaspoon of dough, roll it into a ball, place it on there. Remember, your oven is at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, because we don't want to stand here all day while I roll these little balls of dough, we're going to time-lapse this part. Okay, all rolled into balls. Stick this in the fridge. You will have leftover dough. That's fine. We actually need to make a fair number of cookies if we want just a dozen of these. So now you have your cookies, sort of. We have to flatten them. The way we're going to do that is we're going to take a little bowl of sugar, take our fork, dip the fork in, and just give one press. Okay, Chris, just flatten them. There we go. Just so they're roughly the same size. They do need to be pretty much the same size. Okay, you don't want to flatten them too much. You don't want these super thin. Just so that they'll have nice flat bottoms. Okay. There we go. You could also use the bottom of a glass. But again, dip it in sugar so it doesn't stick. Okay. Then we are going to bake these at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then we are going to take them out of the oven. But we won't be done then because we have to turn these delicious little snacks into actual sandwich cookies. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Let's get these flattened with your fork. There we go. Now we're going to pop those in the oven because they are going to be quite delicious. Now you're going to want to have a cooling rack ready when they come out of the oven. Okay? We are going to bake them for 12 minutes. When they come out of the oven, have a cooling rack at the ready. So let's stick them in the oven. 12 minutes, remember. All right, the timer just went off for the oven. Let me grab an oven mitt because, we don't want to burn our hand. Grab an oven mitt. There, this is actually the second tray. Don't worry about it. So I put that in the wrong spot because I'm apparently brain dead. This is the second tray of a dozen cookies. That's why they're not lined up as nicely because I get bored. So what you want to do is as soon as you can, get them off. So you're not going to be able to get them off right away. Like, look at how that bends. You're going to want to give them, about a minute to cool. So I'm actually setting a timer because I tend to get a little bit anxious and I take them off the cookie sheet too early. If I take them off right now, they are really bendy. So I'll just grab one from before. So you see this one is much more solid, right? It's not fully cooled, but it's much more solid. These ones are still a little bit too bendy. So we are going to let them set for a minute or two on the cookie sheet. Then we're going to take them off. After this, we have to let them cool completely. They have to be 100% cool before we even start the next step. This next step is making the filling. And the filling will be a lot of fun to make. But, this is a big but what we don't want to do, I'm just going to leave them that full minute, but what we don't want to do is start working with the filling and trying to put filling in these when they are still hot. Because if you try to put filling in a hot cookie, you're going to end up with a problem. And your problem is going to be your filling's going to run everywhere. So we're going to wait for these to be stone cold. Okay, before we start working with them, they need to be 100% cool. Don't put them in the fridge. Okay, that'll actually just make them mushy. Don't put them in the fridge. Put them on your counter and let them cool completely. Well, it's time to make the filling. The cookies are cooled and they're waiting for us on the counter. But right now we got to make the filling. So to make this filling, we are going to end up time-lapsing because this will take a few minutes. But we have 2 tablespoons of butter melting over medium heat. We want to cook that butter until it's like a golden brown kind of color. Just golden, not super dark. If it's super dark, you're going to have almost a burnt flavor. You want kind of a caramelly flavor. So we're going to heat it over medium heat until it's golden brown. You want it cooked, not burnt. We're going to time lapse this part because it takes a few minutes. All right, we have turned kind of caramelly. We're not burned, but we have a little bit of brown to us. So now we have to add some more ingredients. We are going to start with 1 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, also known as icing sugar. Get that in there. It's not going to mix thoroughly. That's okay. We are going to splash a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we are going to grab some milk, and we are going to add some milk. You probably only need about 2 to 4 teaspoons, and give that a mix. You don't want too much, okay? You should have this golden color happening. There we go. Mix that till it's smooth, but don't add the other ingredients till you take it off the heat. Okay, you want it off the heat before you do this. So we're just going to change the camera to here. There we go. That's easier. Okay, so you just want to... Okay. That should be the consistency, because remember, it's still hot. It should run like that, but not like liquidy, like that. Okay, that's the consistency you're looking for. So now we're going to remove it to the counter. We're going to let it cool for about 5 minutes. Then we'll be right back. All right. Now you are going to cool it until it's kind of like that. Okay? Till when you pull it through the pot, your spoon through the pot, kind of leaves track marks. It takes a minute to do its thing. Now what you're going to do, flip over half your cookies. Okay, flip over half of them. Then we're going to take our pot, take a spoon, pour some in the middle, and move on to the next one. You can put more on in a minute. Just let that set up just a little. Okay? Pour that. Go carefully. So we're only doing the one batch right now. Do the other batch off camera. Okay. This should be enough for about 2 dozen cookies completed. So you'll probably have about 24 cookies from this size recipe, but you're doubling them up. So now you can go back and add a little more if you need. In certain places, I've got Tequila waiting to have a cookie because she's nuts. So go back and add a little bit. Not a ton. You don't want it flowing over the edge. Go slow. Okay, go slow. Go slow. Don't rush this part. Okay. Remember, we need more for the other one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take an approximately same size cookie, push it down just till the cookie frosting is at the edge. So you don't want to push it so hard that it goes right over the edge. Okay. Then we take another one. So just push it down a little bit. Now we are going to let these cool. Let that frosting set. And we will come back and see how they look when we're all done. And there you have it. Delicious cookies with a filling in there just like a little sandwich. They are absolutely divine. They keep for about 3 days if you store them in an airtight container, and this particular recipe will probably give you between 18 and 24 cookies once you've doubled them up. Okay, once you've doubled them up. But that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. I hope you enjoyed making sandwich cookies with us. Do try it yourself. Drop a comment below if you enjoyed this recipe. We'll see you tomorrow.